G'day folks. It's one of those nice afternoons. It's actually getting really nice now. We're up to 20 degrees plus on most of the days this week. So yeah, spring is here, summer's on the way, things are going to dry out and I'll be getting into more outdoor stuff, which is good because I've done my sort of rainy day winter cleanup, at least most of it. Still got to finalise a few things probably next weekend-ish. Shouldn't be too hard. The Micra's officially signed off as sold. I'm still holding it until all the transfer and everything's done and the remaining cash is handed over. But that's pretty much good because a good friend or subscriber of mine who lives close by was very interested in it and has seen the series of videos that I've done on it, and yeah, I hope he really enjoys it, and he's going to come and do some work on it during the weekends and things like that, get it roadworthy, and then I'll hand all the papers and stuff over and it'll be done. So little Micra is going to have a bit more TLC. I don't have the time for it myself, so either way it's win-win given the amount that I've got it for. Basically scrap value with Rego plus all the money I spent on parts. I've basically made my money back and maybe a little bit more for labour. I'm not in it for a major profit or anything like that, so I sold it fairly cheap as a subscriber rate rather than just putting it in, say, car sales or anything like that. I would have got more if I put it on car sales, but I couldn't be bothered. I'd rather help a subscriber out who doesn't have a car and that sort of thing and get them out of trouble. So that's all pretty much done for now, at least as far as the sign-off goes. What else has been happening? Been fairly busy at work. It's just started to calm down. Boatloads of stuff come in from China and most of it's wrong or faulty or out of spec, so that's going to be an absolute nightmare to fix. It'll be the last lot. We're not going to outsource again. Everything needs to be made in Australia and stay made in Australia because the company is built on quality and reliability for swimming pool equipment. I know it doesn't sound like much, but when you're dealing with commercial jobs that go over $250,000 for some of them, you don't risk losing those customers, or more importantly, the company that's actually outsourced it to the pool. Because we've got some big companies on board buying systems, and you don't want them to see something rusting and tea staining and falling apart within 2 years or even less. Not a good thing. So yeah, more work for us, which is good. More stainless steel fabrication because that's what they were trying to farm out. Yeah, it's really good. Anyway, what else? That green thing down there, I'm not going to show you too much detail of it, but that green thing is a roadworthy certificate for Betty, the little silver RAV4. I got her done on Monday. Clean pass, 100%, no need for a retest, just straight off the bat, roadworthy. Good, done. That was $200, now I've got to go and pay $640 something for Rego, 50 something for plates. Stamp duty is $8 per $200 of market value. She's worth about $3.5 to $4 grand market value, so there's a bit in stamp duty. And I think also a transfer fee and an appointment fee, which was $48 I've already paid over the phone. It's not cheap in Victoria, I can say that, and they're fairly strict with roadworthy standards too. I'm surprised they actually let the driver's seat belt go because it's very sticky to retract, and you can buckle up and actually have the belt stay loose. It doesn't auto retract because the belt's binding in the upper guide buckle. So I'm going to swap that with the one out of blue anyway, because blue seat belts are much better. They glide straight back and retract immediately, whereas that one up there, that little guide, whatever it is, the upper buckle or the upper guide, is sticky or it's too tight. It's actually grabbing the webbing, so I can fix it or replace it. That's the only thing I'm surprised they didn't pick. It's the only thing I picked as a possible roadworthy issue. It's more of a nuisance in reality, but in the eyes of the roadworthy testers maybe not, but obviously that's not the case. So yeah, that's all good. Funding one project with another and it just keeps on going. And the weather's getting good too, so I might even be able to put the top down on the day I get the roadworthy or the Rego done. I've been shopping too. Got proper crimpers, not those little pressed metal crappy things. There should also be a packet of couplers and ring terminals and things around somewhere, but I also got some proper wire strippers. I use these at work. We've had them for years and I've never had to put new blades in them either. They are replaceable, but I've never had to. They're just that damn good. So, yeah. And of course everyone needs cable ties. Electronics guys like me, or tinkerers like me, we love cable ties. Lots of them. So, yeah. That was about, I think he gave it to me for $48. The retail was $60. And same with them. I think I got them for about $58 or something like that. So they're good. They did have a kit which came with the crimps and an assortment of trays. It was a heavy duty industrial kit, but that was $280 cost price to them. So when I actually worked out what was in it and the cost of the crimps, basically I was paying an extra $100 for a heavy duty carry case. Not such a good thing. So I'll put my own together. I've already got 1,000,001 different bloody crimp terminals and things like that, but it's just certain types and sizes and flavours that I'm missing at the moment, so I've got to go through and work out exactly what I need, exactly what I have, what I don't have, and that's miscellaneous stuff. Yeah, Nava packs, Nava terminals. I mean, a lot of this stuff was obsolete stock from an old employer. I used to do the SAS steering wheel boss kits and things, SAAS steering wheels. Anyone who's got one of them, that from the 90s to early 2000s, I actually worked for the company that did the die castings and machining, and we'd often package them up and send them out with the right terminals and horn buttons and all that sort of stuff, but all that got, well, I was going to get thrown in the skip, so I said no, put it in the back of my car. And needless to say, I still haven't run out. There were more boxes than that. Yeah, anyway. What else? That's about it, really. Getting ready for a little bit of little air duster and foreign object propulsion fun. A couple of old plasma fronts, the nuked plasma panels, both of them down there. A couple of CRTs, that's a nice LG with an extra laminated reinforcing glass. It's one of those early Flatrons. Just like the Sony Trinitrons, they often have a extra piece of glass laminated over the front of them. And they are very hard to break. You need a lot of force to break through both layers, or if you're just pelting it with BBs or ball bearings or stuff like that, you'll break the little plate that's glued to the front of it, but you won't actually damage the tube. So we'll see about that. I'm sure I can find something that'll penetrate both layers. 300 psi out of a CO2 fire extinguisher can really do a number on some appliances and things. Anyway, shredder's going to get moved outside and actually wire wheel it and clean all the loose paint off. It is pretty rough. Powered by a 5 horsepower Tico electric motor. It runs very well and has very tight clearance with the knives, the cutting blades. Yeah, what more can I say? It's actually a bit of a bargain. Only thing I want to do is replace the lower screen, which is about that holes that diameter, with something with large slots in it, just so that I can feed bulky plastics through and get something that size or half that size out the bottom, and be able to just basically shovel it onto the trailer and then dump it at the tip. Shovel it on, shovel it off, or bag it. I'll see the local plastics extrusion mob and just grab whatever waste plastic granule bags they've got, because they always throw out thousands of bags. And yeah, I can refill them with shredded material. So this thing is good and very practical, because it's not huge. The motor's not that powerful. This underrated but probably still overrated drive can't drive it. It's a 2.2 kilowatt drive driving a 4.5 kilowatt motor, or sorry, 3.75 kilowatt motor. That drive doesn't give a shit. Not that I've ever tried to stall this by filling it right up. I don't think you're going to have too much trouble with it. And either way, it's a $180 Chinese VFD, so if it does eventually blow, well, big deal. At least I got some use out of it instead of what I previously thought, which would be no use. You just need to be a programming engineer to set the damn thing up. And then it works. So, yeah, that's about it. Still got a bit more progress to go on the cleanup, as you can see. I've moved stuff out here for sorting and just haven't got around to secondary sorting or allocating a storage area for it. And that's about it, really. Only reason all this stuff's set up now is because it's taken up space outside that I want to clean up. It's been around too long. Those CRTs have been sitting around for the last 6 months. So time to get rid of them. Break them up small enough to put them into buckets and tubs and haul it off to the dump. It's all good landfill. Anyway, thanks for watching. And stay tuned for more, because there's plenty more coming.